this thing is.
No videoing in my shop now. Then you'll know my secrets, man.
Oh man, look.
Here, this is the secret of him. Watch it. That's how we put the bolt in the car. That's how I pull it out, like this. He didn't even have a clip. I put a clip in there to try to adjust the front end.
Wow. Yeah, so anytime your painter, bodyman, expertise tells you he has good news and bad news, it's never a good day. And so I'm going to allow him to explain what is going on.
Well, your frame is bent. Your frame is bent right here. If you look in here, you'll see it's creased up in here, and you can stick your finger in here. So the car is actually going uphill and that way. So let's take the level out and show you where you're at. See the bubble there? See how much I'm going to have to lift it to show you. That's how far that rail is up over there.
Okay.
So that's why when you look at the car, that side's so high and this side's so low. And that's why this rail is coming this way. It should be pulled that way and down. Otherwise, there's no way that he could align the car. As you could take the camera and look here and see how much rail you have showing, and go to that side, and you'll see no rail showing. You got it. And again, there's no way he should have been aligned. He just hacked the car out to align it. Because you knew there was a problem as soon as you started bolting the stuff on. Which he didn't bolt anything on before he painted it. And then, with your brand new hood, you'll see that the gap here is this far. And you'll see the gap here is that far. So these are totally almost an inch off. So to fix that is pretty much buy another hood. I mean, that's the way I would fix it. Plus, he cut the crap out of the back of it, so it's not even worth fixing it. You know, he cut all this out, which is total hack. It's awfully quiet in here.
I don't want you to, so for everybody that's watching, I'm behind the camera. Like anytime you hear that type of information, it makes you sick. So, okay, we're just gonna take the bitter with the sweet right now.
Yeah, if you notice on this side of the rail, see how smooth it is? You don't feel the bump or the lump, and you can't stick your finger in here. It's hard to see, but
Gotcha.
like you said, when the car was originally stolen and they pushed it into the pole, that's probably what caused that damage. But for him to weld all that stuff on and not notice it is beyond me.
So are you saying that that could have been fixed?
That should have been fixed before he even did anything.
Okay.
Yes. Because he's welding right here. Hello, and you don't notice the frames
Gotcha.
bent.
Gotcha. So all of this is a lot. I mean, for anybody that's been following, this is a lot. Okay. That went into all of this,
And then he bondos over holes, which you never do. He bondoed over all the holes. So in about a year, maybe even less, it's going to pop out of there.
I mean,
Hopefully, when he pulls it, it doesn't crack all the bodywork in here,
but it's a possibility though.
which is a possibility. So that's our, that's our step. So that's our first thing. We're going to take it to the frame guy, if you want, and then we're going to pull it and do it right, and then bring it back here to see what happened to anything as he pulls it. And then we're gonna fix it the right way. We're gonna shave all this smooth while the new piece in there, so you don't even have this here. So it's gonna be all smooth. And then I really don't want to put these back in a different hood. So you could.
So which one? I just hate hood pins.
Well, I think Ed bought a set of hood pins that were like, they were pretty cool looking.
Did you like the ones that's in Mario's car?
The original ones? Or I think Mario's got these, doesn't he?
Nah, he has the circular ones, the push. I bought those, and I actually have those.
Yeah, those probably will work. I think I put those in Ed's car, in his SN95, one of my buddy's cars.
Okay. I believe they're somewhere around. I still have those. I had those originally,
and I will put a safety in here. I still like it. See, he shaved the front of it. See, I just hate cowl hoods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, understood.
You know, because the air gets underneath there, and it's, you know, my buddy smashed 3 cowls because he had a cowl hood and forgot the pins, or he forgot, you know, paint a hood, paint the cowl, paint the nose, then fit it. So, like I said, this is high, so everything is up like this. Like I said, for him not to notice, I mean, I'll take a light to it. You can see where it's bent. See how it's bent in? It's sucked in and it's up. See how it's bent in there? Yeah. And see how much you could stick your finger in here? It's supposed to be equal. See how it's pulled out, bent in, and it's sucked in right in here? And that's right where they welded their panel, right there. Take it to the frame machine shop, and I'm going to have it pulled and located in the correct location. The meaning, it's got to be pulled down and pulled out so the whole front end sits on the car the correct way. And then I'm going to bring it back and see what bodywork has cracked inside the motor bay and correctly fix that and smooth this out for you the correct way. Probably take this whole thing off and smooth it out the correct way. I'm going to drill the holes that he bondoed over to put your fenders on the correct way, which I was just looking at that one and saw that he just bondoed over all that. This is his locating hole for where the hood, or where the fender was, when it should be over here. So, I mean, the whole car was pieced together. I mean, when you get a fresh paint job back and it scratches the paint already, it's not a very good job. And then we're going to relocate your intercooler that you put there, and I will put it in the correct location.
Yeah, I mean, now that I will take credit for.
Yes.
Like, if
yes.
you saw my video, I admitted my mistake.
Yes.
My fault. I had to figure out something very quickly.
Right, which is no big deal. But being a body man, if you would have brought me the car like this, I would have moved it anyway.
Yeah, well, originally it was sitting here, but this piece was sitting, so this piece was sitting up against here,
right?
And I couldn't get a hose there, and so me not being a body man, it's, you know.
Correct. But being the body guy that he was, he should have just said, okay, I'm going to build your bracket, put it here, and then I'm going to put your front bumper on and not have to cut it. Or at least trim it. So that's where we're at.
But I'm going to say this, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
like,
I painted over it.
Yeah, it's still reasonable. So is this a stamp, or what is it?
I don't know how he does that. That's the best looking part he's ever done on the car. The little TK.
Because he is there, and it's sitting in here. I thought
here.
Yeah, it's there.
You taped over there, all right?
So I thought it was like a sticker. Like,
well,
you know what
then
I mean?
Then he had it here, so I ground that down and painted over it.
It is, if I'm not mistaken, it's somewhere inside. I could have sworn he had it somewhere in the door seal.
I'll pull out the striker, but This has new molding on it, right?
Yeah.
So all these cars with new molding, they're a motherfucker shut store. So that'll have to break itself in. I had to let my one car sit for like a month with the doors closed just to keep it. So it's got to go to Elgin, my frame guy, which he could get it in and get it out within, I think, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Depending when I get it to.
Good.
You know, like I said, I don't want to drive it in the snow. You know, tow with the trailer and
I'll get it.
and then probably get it back, bust it out, and you'll be really close. If that, I'm not guaranteeing it will be, but since you want it done right, I'm not going to rush it. But hopefully, it'll be done and out of here before you get it to the car show.
Like seriously, like I'm not in that space no more where I'm trying to put pressure on you
Right.
to get it done. Cause this is what, like, cause then I just don't want it you know, it's gonna need buffing, you know, like that.
Okay.
So
Well, what I'm going to do is spray mask the car. So he's going to spray mask the car Monday, which is it's a protective coating. So we could lay our welding sheets over it when we weld the holes closed, and it doesn't scratch the paint. It's like it almost looks like a soap.
Yeah.
It's a solid soap. It's really a cool substance. But I'm going to do your wheels, and it all washes right off.
Okay.
So
Can you fix this?
yeah, I can help that.
Yeah. So that is there. It's now that, man, Mike, I love you for that. Okay. There's this
You know what it was? It was bolts.
kind of guy.
You can't really ceramic coat it. You can't do anything.
Right. I know. But see, you was just doing the bumper. I was doing the rest of the car.
What was it painted?
This last year.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, this is last year. So, it was. I got it back in June.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right,
but now, I mean, it's this.
Well, yeah, and it does suck. You can buff a car, and then it sucks itself back within a couple of days, and then you hand glaze it. That's how I.
Got it.
So I hand glaze it so it brings the color back.
Yeah, I mean, if I
You got it. That is not his fault. When you buff a car, it'll shrink back up, and it'll haze up. Then you just have to hit.
Oh man, here's the thing, Mike. I knew it wasn't going to be as sweet as I wanted it to be. Like, I'm not. I was hoping, but
It is. I mean, I hate fixing somebody else's fuck ups because it's still fucked up. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. But it'll be a lot better when I get it back.
new hood.
I can notch that out. What's it hitting?
I think it's hitting here or it's
Yeah, that's what I can't figure. I'll put something on there and look at it.
yeah, because I think it's maybe just a tad bit too high.
Well, it is a tad bit too high because the front end's high.
That's
So
true. And it
that
is
might
hitting on
not.
that side. Yeah, it may not even happen because everybody else I saw with it, I'm like, how? Like if you see, it's literally sitting right
I mean,
over.
you see how much of a difference. I mean, that's you're gonna get this much space underneath the hood. You know, half inch.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you saw how the rails were, how much you put your 2 fingers here and you can't get your finger on that side. I mean, just to leave the shop, I'd be like, all you have to do is look at it. Anybody who walks in here looks at it, goes, what's going on with the front end?
Yeah.
And it's on the lift, so the car is even. It's, you know, it's all measured off, all located. But worst case scenario, it's going to be fixed right.
That's really all at this point. That's really where I'm at with it. Just hey man, just
Like I said, the scary part is when I pull it, what's going to move and crack inside the bodywork. That's the thing. Hopefully, it won't be much, but I could still cheat in here, and I could pull your air cleaner off and all that, and still dust in there.
Yeah.
And then I'll fix the back panel where it's bondoed on there and glued.
I mean, man, this right here is
Yeah, it's still sharp. Feel it. Don't cut your hand.
like. So let me get that on video.
I mean, I understand you're putting Scott rods on there, but you could have just cut it out, smoothed it out, and been done with it.
So, and this was the other thing right here. Even though, yeah, we put Scott rods on it, It just could have been a better job of it being smoothed out. I mean, it's still sharp under here. And then, you just never know, like, this could rust. You know, it's just, man, like, this is, whoo, this hurts. I ain't gonna lie to you, this really, really hurts.
Yeah, I was thinking how I can mount those somehow.
Because obviously this is not this is an 03 radiator.
Correct.
It's not
No, I saw it and I don't like the zip ties either.
that was the last minute resort of just.
Right. And then they don't make like this. Doesn't fit over it the right way. That's
Correct, because this is still the Fox stuff.
Right.
You
Okay.
know, like when I said I ran out of options, I'm like, this is somebody that does body work. You know, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get this car running.
Right. Bolt from here into here. You know,
Yeah.
like same way here. I can put a bolt through here. You know,
Right.
like an inert insert.
Yeah, I mean, just something. I mean, we here now, so it's
Yeah.
like anything outside of that, nothing else. There's nothing else.
Going to shrink because we're going to paint it so fast. You're going to take the car. It's going to shrink in the summer, and then you're going to have to bring it back to me like in the winter so I can rebuff it. Body work shrinks. People don't realize you do body work and it like like that. You know, it's got body work on there. It's been sitting on there for a year.
Let me ask you this: Do you ever cut out the lip on the inside of the fenders, or do you just roll them?
I don't do either
Really? Okay.
because I don't like it. I said the wheel don't fit. It don't belong in my car. Because mine had a 17 by 10 on the back with a 275 on it, and it was rubbing. And I said, I sold the wheels.
Oh wow. Gotcha.
Because your back ones are rolled.
Yeah, I did those a few years ago.
The front ones are hitting.
Actually, surprisingly, for them to be newer fenders that wasn't rolled, because this is a 9.5 in the front.
Mm-hmm.
It really, man, every now and then outside, but for the most part, no, they don't.
Yeah, and you might be hitting here too, though.
Interesting.
That's where they hit a lot inside.
Yeah, I can see. It's just because it's.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you never really turn lock the
Right,
locks
right,
fully,
exactly.
So. Are those 93 fenders?
Yeah, they were.
Well, you could have it. It's hanging up on the lift right there. That's your driver's one.
That was the one that was in it too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
See, take it.
I
See
know
how
that.
easy
Yeah,
I
wait.
was to get you another fender.
Oh, perfect world. If that don't have to be cut open.
No, I don't think I will.
And that would be a perfect world. So then that way it's not, it's seamless, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why your bumper was sitting up a little bit. Because actually, when I pulled the car out, I was looking at it. We pulled it in the booth that night, and I pulled the car out. And I'm like, Andrew, look at the fender. The fender, I could tell the driver's fender was going uphill.
Yeah.
And that's why that rail is high. And you could tell it was going uphill. That's why you couldn't line it up. Plus, that fender's a piece of shit.
Right.
But you got to fit the fenders to the doors, body work everything, then paint the car. Which obviously you didn't.
Yeah, those are Skyrock panels.
Because if you feel, it's pretty thick in there, which is nice, but you can tell it's
Yeah, so those are all Skyrock
all
panels.
smooth Bondo, you know, which is fine, but again, the less Bondo in a motor bay is going to be less chance of cracking. That's why it probably cracked up here already on him. Or he just, now that I just felt that, it didn't even feel like he did anything. He glued that on there, which is fine, he gluing it on there, but it's like, put some panel bond on there and smooth it out.
Man, when you start communicating,
Well, that's,
man, I will be your worst customer. Like,
well, what Andrew, he doesn't like is, I'll call you when it's done. And then, you know, he sent him the pictures Christmas to his car's painted, but the next week, picture, you know.
do you think those, so do you think the struts will be a problem? No? Okay.
It could be worse news. I could have not found the bang. I was looking and I'm looking and back for it. We're like, oh, there it is right there. So at least you know the car is good. So it's not a bad one. It's not. What I think too is he must have known stock car, when they get hit, they pinch themselves right there. They had to have that, so either they beat that back in there and smooth it out, you know.
Because of, I believe it was a little messed up at the bottom.
Okay, the bottom
was
of
bent.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bent.
Okay.
And then he was saying he was pulling all this out, and that was part of the issue. Like, he knew that it was off a little bit, so that was his whole point, was that he was supposed to fix that and make it all straight. So he was like, all right, I'll take it all out, cut all this out, then I'll make it straight for you. And then I got it back, and it's exactly the same as it was before. It was no.
It had prettier paint on it.
Same problem. And now you got to go back and put some more prettier paint on.
Yes.
Like, it's.
Yes.
Oh man. So here's
watch.
the beautiful thing. My trunk was off, and thanks to Mike, he adjusted it for me. Thank you, Mike. It looks great. It's not off anymore. Trying to get used to it. It's not worse than what I thought. It's just the inevitable is here. So, yep. Looks like we'll be getting this situation taken care of. We gotta do what we gotta do. So, unfortunately, the notch is gonna be down for a little bit. If we make World of Wheels, we will. If we won't, oh well. I guess I'll be sitting in that spot that I have.
Well, unfortunately, it's a nut and a bolt on those. You got a bolt, and it has to be.
Yeah, because this piece.
If you were doing it on metal, I think it would be much better. You know, these would be much better, and it's just got such a weird angle on the front of the car that they don't quite work. There has to be a car that they work on.
This is how it looks there. Look at.
Yeah.
Did you put the headlights in?
I don't think
you
I
did.
did take the headlights out.
Well, I'm just saying. Look, this is how loose all of them are. So I can
Oh,
take
look.
them out by finger.
No bolt, no bolt.
No. Oh wait, no,
No
bolt,
bolt,
no
no
bolt,
bolt. So this one,
no bolt, no
this
bolt.
one has no bolts in it. That one there.
These are my favorite. Though. I've never seen that.
Right, but see here where this this is where that L bracket sits, right here.
But this is what I was talking
Right,
about.
right, right. I have another.
Yeah,
one.
but see all this they're supposed to be, you know, this gray, you know, and that's the finished color. I mean, it's a Ford one, but
I
they're
mean,
supposed to be gray or
even the aftermarkets are now white.
Right.
So we could paint it black,
gray.
and then
You do the
or
gray. I
we
like
could
the
do
gray because it has
yeah.
the original look.
But this is. I don't even know how we got the screw in there.
That's
but
what I. No. So here's the thing. This is what I was telling you.
You wonder why the front end didn't line up?
Yeah,
I
these
told
we,
you one of them was stripped.
right, what we do is take these guys back out of a bumper if they strip out. We take them and I re-glue them and put them back into the reinforcement before you put the bumper together. They get glued in, so then you can, you know, then you run a tap over these to clean these up, so the bolts go on, the nuts go on and off really easy. We've been doing it long enough, so it's just one of those, you know what to
Yeah,
look for.
that's just my stock that we were test fitting. Let's run over to my warehouse, get some.
One faces this way, and on the other side it faces that way.
Oh,
On 03, they both go that way.
Forward, okay.
And the reason I did it that way is because.
You got an 03 motor.
It's that subtle little.
But dude, I had a guy argue with me online about it. He was like, "I don't understand why you put that Cobra emblem on." I'm like, "So when you see Mustangs and they have that badge on the side, what does that badge represent? It represents the engine that is on the inside of the car. The 5.0, 302.
Yeah.
I don't have a 302 in the car. This is out of an 03 Cobra, so I put the 03 Cobra. Oh, well that makes sense. I'm like, why am I even sitting and explaining it to you, bro? Like, so